of all, thank you guys for joining me today. Okay, because what we're going to be talking about today, I want to give you 5 game-changing strategies for you to use in your current marketing. These are things that I'm seeing right now working for experts, not just for myself, but for our high-level clients that we work with. And also, just so you guys know, I am in containers with high-profile experts. I invest in myself. I keep myself in proximity with probably people that you know, not personally, but that you follow. And you're like, oh my gosh, I wish, I could do that, or my business were like that. And you probably follow their strategies, or you've tried to. Okay. So I do invest in being inside of containers like that. So what I want to share with you are 5 things that I'm seeing that are working right now. And I would love to hear from you as to what you feel you are struggling with as it relates to your own marketing. Okay. So what are some things that are maybe stopping you from getting clients from your marketing? What are some things that are maybe stopping you from actually showing up, from being consistent, from bringing in leads and making sales? Because I'll say this again, I've said it so many times, but there are 3 main jobs that we have as the CEO of our business, especially when we're solopreneurs. Number 1 is to market. Without marketing, you're not going to get leads, and without leads, you're not going to have sales. And these aren't things that we do one after the other. We do them consecutively and consistently together. Okay, so it's a cycle. So you're always filling that pipeline. And for those of you that are brand new, welcome. If we haven't met yet, my name is Ginna. I'm the owner and founder of Hype Media. We are a boutique social media marketing agency, as well as the owner and founder of Stylishly Branded, which is our coaching and consulting side. And I work with experts just like yourself so that you can show up on social media as an irresistible powerhouse that attracts premium clients. Are you guys ready? You guys want to know what these 5 keys to marketing that are working right now? Here's the first thing. And you're going to think, really? That's the strategy that you're giving me? Yeah. Number 1, know your value, guys. Do you know your value? Because many of you show up here week after week to hear, to catch these lessons and strategies, but I'm still not seeing you show up. So I want to know. And there is no judgment zone here, okay? I coach, I consult, I guide, and I mentor, but I can't do that. I can't help you if we're not being super honest with ourselves. So do you know what your actual worth is? What are you worth? What's your value? And you can say no. I'm not sure, Ginna. I don't know exactly what you're talking about. That's okay. All right. Your value is priceless. It's that freaking simple. You can only share your value by you personally recognizing and harnessing what it is that you bring to the table. So what makes you you? What sets you apart from others in your industry? This is everything from your expertise, from your experiences, from your skills. I like to call them our superpowers. That is the first game-changing key to marketing, is knowing your value. If you're wondering why this happens to me often, okay? I'm going to just be super honest right now. I've been in marketing now on my own for 15 years, but in marketing, working in marketing and advertising since 2000, right out of college. That's 24 years, okay? I watch, and I'm in my mid-40s, actually, a little higher than that, but I watch these what seem to be newbies, like amazing people that have maybe lived on this earth for like 20, 25 years, crushing it. You know why they're crushing it? Because they know their value and they're being authentic about it and they're not afraid to share it. Number 2 is they're being authentic. Why? Because they are embracing their own power. So here's what I mean by this. Show up as yourself. Like, stop trying to box yourself in to what somebody else is doing because you see that it's working for them. The reason why you see these other experts that do the same thing that you do as competition and why you see it working for them is because they are doing these things. They have built these foundations in their business, and the foundations are not a website or a logo or colors or fonts or even your actual offer. The foundation is the power of you and how you're showing up as a human being, how you're walking life. Are you aligned with the actions that you are taking on a daily basis? So for example, if you are a health coach, okay, but you yourself are not living a healthy lifestyle, there's misalignment there. And it is very, very obvious to people. Like, people can tell. I love and I'm passionate about teaching about the power of live video marketing as a strategy. Imagine if I didn't go live, would you trust in what I was saying? No, right? So we have to walk the talk, okay? And this is whether it's online or in person. Be an unfiltered self of you in every interaction. Like, I shared this on my live. You can't tell so much right now, but my hair is still wet. I shared it on my live. I just put it out there because, I could have I was dealing with some tech issues, so I could have either not shown up, and I have an event to go to later. So I could have just not shown up, or I could have just said, look, my hair is wet right now, but I'm still here. Okay, that's just me. Many people wouldn't feel comfortable being that way, and that's okay. But that's me. I am comfortable with it, right? So be true to you. That's my point, okay? Number 3, consistency. This is not revolutionary, guys. This is not like rocket science, but if you are consistent, that will give you game-changing results. And what I mean by consistent, I don't mean to dump marketing constantly out there, okay? To dump social media posts. I mean to be consistent in showing up with value, delivering value. Okay, so if all that you are posting are pictures of your dog and you're wondering why nobody is actually buying from you, that's not being consistent in providing value, right? So be consistent in your messaging, in your content, and in your actions. If you are just showing up on social media once a week or 3 times a week, I had a conversation like this with one of my clients, 3 times a week, guess what? That's not consistent. And listen, if you don't want to use social media as a vehicle to help push your marketing and get you leads, and those leads convert into sales, then you don't have to worry about it. But if you're inside this group, it's most likely because you're looking for social media marketing help, right? Support. You're trying to learn. So in order for these platforms to actually show your content to people, you have to be consistent. And what I mean by consistent is not posting every 3 hours. Okay, I'm saying just once a day. Share something that adds value to someone's life. And adding value to someone's life could be as simple as sharing a challenge that you dealt with that day. That is adding value to someone's life, because you know what? They don't feel like they're alone. They feel like they're being heard. It doesn't have to be overly complicated. It doesn't have to take you 30 minutes to create a post. For some, it's taking hours or a full day. When you have consistency, you are establishing yourself as a reliable authority in your niche. I am inside of here almost every single week at 12:30 p.m. Eastern time, right? Sometimes we change the time, but I am in here almost every single week to show up for you so that you feel like I am a reliable resource to you, because that is what I'm passionate about. These 30 minutes that we're on together, this is free guidance, coaching, mentorship. That's why I love when you guys drop questions, because you can use this time for me to coach you through things, for me to guide you, to mentor you. Number 4. Confidence and conviction in your message. When you own the power of you, you have this unwavering confidence in your message, whether people agree with it or not. You must believe wholeheartedly in what you have to offer and the solutions you provide and the impact you make. And if you don't, then we need to step a little bit backwards and stop worrying on, content dumping or sharing your offers, because it's just not going to land for people, right? So there needs to be that confidence so that you become magnetic and you draw your ideal clients in. That's what they are going to be drawn to, is the certainty. If you don't have certainty in your message, there's no way that other people can be certain with what it is that you offer, because you're just not going to build that trust, right? And the certainty comes from what you put out there and how you put it out there. Showing up on video like I'm doing right now, sharing proof of work, sharing testimonials, sharing case studies. I call these content pillars. That content pillar of sharing your proof of work, your case studies, reviews, testimonials, it is one of the hardest things for us as entrepreneurs to share because we feel like we're bragging. And also what stops us, I know this used to stop me too, but there's a way to do it, and I'm going to share with you how to do that. So for us as an agency, we work with a lot of high profile experts that sign non-disclosures. They don't want us to share their name, right, when we are talking about their results, and we don't. There's a way to share the results and the transformations that you're bringing to a client, like where they were before working with you, during working with you, and after, without actually sharing who that person is. And that's still very powerful. And sharing that type of information, that, storytelling, doing it in a storytelling way, it shows the confidence in your message and the certainty in what it is that you offer. That's just one of the ways. But we have to have that confidence in our message. The fifth thing is embracing growth. Understanding that where you are today is not where you're going to be tomorrow. Like if I thought 15 years ago that I was still going to be scraping by when I left corporate America, I left a 6-figure income when I was in corporate America to start on my own, to be home more, to watch my kids grow up because I was working my butt off. And to me, although it was like the worst time in my life, honestly, in our lives, for me to resign from corporate America. It was back in 2009. You guys know what happened in 2009, right? I mean, not just in the US, but everywhere with the market. And my husband was a mortgage broker, like worst time. But if I thought, if I believed that I was going to be stuck in that position for 15 years, I wouldn't be showing up right now, right? So embrace that there is going to be growth. And there is going to be peaks and valleys in your business. And there's growth in your marketing too, and in your messaging. So as you show up more, as you build the foundations to your personal brand, as you understand and you embrace your value, the more authentic you are, the more consistent you are, the more confident you are, your marketing is going to change. It's going to grow over time. It's going to evolve. You are going to evolve. And we have to understand that this is okay. We want to refine. We are constantly refining. I am still refining our offers. They change because I also start to think, okay, this isn't aligning with me anymore. This isn't me anymore. This isn't my vision anymore, my mission anymore. And that's okay because we are human beings that are very dynamic and we evolve over time. I'm going to do a quick little recap. Number 1 is know your value, which by the way equals priceless. Okay, so take time to reflect on your strengths, your expertise, your unique perspective. Number 2, you got to be authentic. Be genuine, transparent in your communication. Share your personal stories, experiences, your insights. This is what is going to resonate with your audience, guys. And this is what most people are missing the boat on. Number 3, be consistent. You must have a content strategy that allows you to be consistent with your message, but consistent with valuable content that's going to actually make a difference in someone's life that day. Number 4, confidence in your message. Practice speaking about your expertise with conviction and authority. Number 5, embrace growth. Put yourself in containers like the workshop that I have coming up on May 14th in places where you have close proximity to other experts that have already been there and done that and that are walking the talk. And understand that there's always going to be growth, right? So we're always going to be refining our skills. We're always going to be refining our messages because we as human beings are constantly evolving as human beings. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them down below. I always come back and I answer all questions, okay? So have a beautiful rest of your day and week, and I will see you back here next week. And remember always to stay social. Bye, guys.